Good afternoon, on what is a warm, bright, and sunny day. It is Monday, the 8th of July, and I'm in the reading up with a nice hot cup of tea and a box to continue unboxing. And what I've got in here is a copy of The 13th Skull, an adventure for Dungeon Crawl Classics. This is Dungeon Crawl Classics 71, a level 4 adventure. It's by Joseph Goodman. 13 generations ago, the ambitious first Duke of Magnuson, made a fell pact with an unknown power who asked for but one thing in return: the 13th daughter born to a Magnuson Duke. Now, generations hence, the daughter of Duke Magnuson, 13th, is stolen away by a hooded executioner riding a leathery beast. As it wings back across the city walls to drop behind the Duke's mountaintop keep, all who watch know it alights in the Magnuson family crypts, where the devilish secrets of 13 generations have been buried and forgotten until now. This adventure module also includes the Balanced Blade, a short level 2 adventure in which a wizard's patron makes a simple request: travel to another plane to retrieve a legendary blade of neutrality. But once the journey is in motion, the wizard finds that not all is as it seems. So, this goes back to the early days of the Dungeon Crawl Classics role-playing game. Not back to the beginning of the Dungeon Crawl Classics line, which really started in 2003 with Eagles of the Rat King, published for Dungeons and Dragons 3rd edition. Dungeon Crawl Classics really is essentially a retro clone that draws heavily for its inspiration upon the Appendix N of the Dungeon Master's Guide for Advanced Dungeons and Dragons 1st edition. So let's have a look inside. So we actually, early days, we've got basically a handout there, which will be given to the player characters inside the front cover. Don't often get that in more modern iterations of the scenarios. Frontispiece for the artwork in classic Dungeon Crawl Classic style. I've got an introduction. This is the classic introduction saying, what it was like. Dungeon Crawl Classics essentially looks back to, older style adventures. Then we've got the background to the story and how the player characters get involved before we leap into the adventure setup and some local legends that the player characters might have heard in the course of playing and visiting certain areas. And then we're really into the adventure itself with the areas of the map and the Magnuson family crypt, the vault, the sepulchre, the morning room, and the cave of the pit, all given nice detailed explanations. You've got some nice shots from player characters, sort of opening up some the crypt, finding the entrance, and then going beyond into the revivification circle, and even further. So this all refers to the map later in the book. Ultimately they will encounter the dark power involved in the pact. And this comes to an end. You've got the conclusion, always ends that way, basically with the conclusion and sort of what happens next. And then we've got the map itself, player characters working their way around this crypt to find out where the young woman has been taken. And that's it. That's basically just a really short 12-page scenario, because we are on, or less than 12 pages, because we're on to the Balanced Blade next. And this does exactly the same thing. Background story, introduction, player beginnings and judges' notes, preparing for play before we get into the areas of the map. We actually have sort of like a bit more of something else going on here. A Chaos Changeling body tracker. So there are things happening to the bodies of sort of the characters and NPCs as they investigate this area, and encounter a succubus. And then that's it. That's quite a short adventure. It really runs only to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pages. And then we have 7 strange skulls, magical items, a crystal skull of alien juggernaut, grandmother's skull, dead skull of the lost. And you've got random effects for those. So on. There we go. I don't think there's even a map for the second scenario for the Balanced Blade. Nope, There isn't even a map, so it's probably more, it's probably fairly linear in its layout and design. And then you, in keeping really with the 13th skull theme, we have the seven strange skulls as an extra at the end here. So a bit of a mix and a medley here, rather than the single one scenario. You've got two mini scenarios and some magical items that the player characters might want to play around with or might not. So that's 13th Skull, a level 4 adventure, number 71, for the Dungeon Crawl Classics role-playing game published by Goodman Games. Well, I hope you enjoyed this unboxing in the Nook. If you did, then please do click on the like button down below. And if you've got any comments or feedback, I do appreciate you taking the time to post those. And lastly, if you want to be alerted to get more unboxings in the Nook, where you'll see me out here with a box containing a book or game or role-playing supplement, or in this case, a scenario for Dungeon Core Classics, which I will unbox and chat about to the best extent of my knowledge for roughly 10 minutes or so, all of course accompanied by a nice hot cup of tea, then please do click on the subscribe button down below. Thanks again for watching another unboxing in the Nook. I will be back again soon with another one. Bye for now. Two more videos. Two more videos. No, two, and then I go for a walk. All the small stuff is done.